Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because tonight we're getting into something that'll make you lock your doors twice. Home is supposed to be safe, right? But what if an intruder isn't just a burglar? What if it's something that doesn't leave footprints or bleed? This is a true story from my life in 2015 when I was 22, living alone in a small apartment in suburban Texas. I thought it was just a quiet neighborhood, but one night something broke in that changed everything. It wasn't a person, it was worse. Grab your blanket, check your locks, and let's dive into this scary true home intrusion horror story. My apartment was in a sleepy complex. Older buildings, chain-link fences, the kind of place where everyone minds their own business. I worked days, so nights were for crashing on the couch with takeout and TV. The first sign something was off was the noises. Faint scratches at the door, like branches, but there were no trees nearby. I'd peek through the peephole, nothing. One evening, I came home to a slightly ajar window in the kitchen, even though I always locked them. I blamed the wind or a faulty latch, but the air inside felt colder, heavier. Little things started piling up. Missing keys that turned up in odd places. Whispers in the vents. I told myself it was paranoia, living alone. But deep down I knew someone or something was testing the waters. It escalated one rainy night. I was dozing when I heard the doorknob rattle. Slow, deliberate turns. I jumped up, heart racing, and looked through the peephole. The hallway was empty, but the door was unlocked. I always double lock it. Inside, drawers were rifled through, but nothing stolen. Just rearranged, like someone was looking for something specific. Footprints? None. But muddy smudges on the carpet that evaporated by morning. I called the cops. They said it was probably kids, but no forced entry. That night I heard footsteps upstairs. My apartment was on the ground floor. Soft thuds, pacing, then silence. I barricaded the door with a chair, sweating, listening to scratches on the walls like nails dragging slowly. Nights got worse. I'd wake to cold breaths on my neck, but the room was sealed. One midnight, a shadow loomed outside my bedroom window. Tall, humanoid, but distorted like it bent the light. It didn't knock. It just stood, watching. I yanked the curtains, but the silhouette stayed unmoving. My phone died mid-call to a friend and the power flickered. When lights returned, the shadow was gone, but handprints, long, thin fingers pressed into the glass from outside, steaming like fresh breath. I wiped them, but they reformed. Neighbors heard nothing. They thought I was stressed. I installed cameras, but footage showed static, with glitches of a figure blurring in and out. Desperate, I talked to my neighbor, Mrs. Hale, an elderly woman who'd lived there 30 years. She paled at my description. "It's the Wanderer," she whispered. Decades ago, a drifter broke into homes, but he wasn't caught. Vanished, some say, into the walls. Others claimed he wasn't human, drawn to lonely places. Mrs. Hale said it starts with scratches, then watching, then inside. She'd seen shadows, heard pacing. "It wants in to stay," she warned, giving me salt to line the doors. Her story chilled me. Multiple tenants fled over years, blaming intrusions the cops dismissed. I salted everything, but the scratches grew louder, like it was clawing closer. Salt didn't help. One stormy night, the door creaked open. No lock broken, just ajar. Footsteps echoed inside, wet and heavy. I hid in the closet, phone flashlight off, breath held. Through the slats, I saw it. Tall, cloaked in shadow, gliding, not walking. Searching drawers with elongated arms. It paused, sniffing the air, whispering my name in a raspy voice. The room iced over, mirrors fogging with breath not mine. It approached the closet, knob turning slowly. I gripped a bat, praying as its face, pale, eyeless, pressed against the door, feeling for me. The door splintered open. It lunged, cold hands grabbing, icy, not flesh. I swung the bat, connecting with nothing solid. It passed through like smoke. It pinned me, breath reeking of earth, whispering, "Home now." I screamed, thrashing, feeling its weight crush me. Visions flashed. Past victims trapped eternally. Salt line broke under my foot. It recoiled, howling. I scrambled out, bat flailing, reaching the door as it pursued, form shifting. Human to monstrous. Outside rain poured. I ran to neighbors, pounding doors. It stopped at the threshold, watching from inside my apartment. Neighbors called cops. I stayed with Mrs. Hale, my apartment. Emptied, no trace of intrusion, but salt scattered, windows sealed shut. Cops found nothing. I moved out next day, subletting sight unseen. Weeks later, a note in my mail. Come home in unfamiliar scrawl. I burned it, fled the state. Nightmares persist. Shadows at windows, whispers. Mrs. Hale said it follows the fearful, but I've salted new places. Slept with lights on. Whatever intruded wasn't human. It wanted my home, my life. Years later, I avoid solitude. Online, similar stories surface, intruders that vanish, homes haunted post-invasion. My old complex? Vacant now, rumors of the wanderer persisting. I wonder if it's still there, waiting. It taught me homes aren't safe. Some things slip in unseen, claiming space. I tell this to warn you. Check locks, salt thresholds, trust instincts. Some intrusions don't end with dawn. That's my story. True, terrifying. Still hear scratches sometimes. Share your intrusion tales below, we're not alone. Like, subscribe for more horrors. Next time, fortify your home. You never know what's knocking. Stay safe, stay spooky.